consume their content in, okay? And to sum it up, and because this is a post-lunch session, we have a small AV which actually summarizes what Daily Hunt is all about. That actually, thank you. That kind of sums up what we offer as content, entertainment, sports, news, you name it, in the languages that you can think of. When we started the journey a couple of years back, there was a complex problem that we had, and we solved at that point of time, which is consumers were not able to consume content because of limitations on the mobile device, and content creators were not able to deliver content. So we just bridged the gap, and that was the opportunity that we leveraged on. And we also started creating depth of content across languages. So today we have 14 languages, and we have content across every genre that you can think of, okay? And where have we reached? We have total downloads of now 130 million plus so far. We have 30 million unique users a month. 3 crore users come onto our platform a month. And they give us 5 billion page views a month. And 75 to 80% of that is in local language. It's not in English. English is large number for us, but still it's not only English. So what we have observed, so idea is to share with you our learnings, what are the language preferences, is there a difference between this language consumer, does he belong to the rural land of India? I mean, any marketer, I'm very sorry to say this, you talk to saying local language, is equal to rural or semi-urban. That's not the reality. I'll share with you some deep learnings on that. So, as I said, it's really growing very fast. And I'm going to refer to numbers coming from third-party sources. If you see, 65% of content is today consumed on mobile devices. This is coming from ComScore. information across 20 media companies in India that adds 160 portals. All put together, 65% is via mobile. And 50%, mind you, is in local languages. And I'm not saying Comscore is saying this, okay? And look at the trend in last 6 months, what has happened. English has grown 52%. I'm talking again, same set of companies and same set of portals. And local language has grown by 123% in last 6 months. This is in the terms of user base for local language content. So what I'm trying to make is, English is where we started from. It's large enough. It'll always be large enough. But local language, 5 years back, the discussion point used to be, there's not enough content available in the market. Gone are the days. There's a lot of content. There are a lot of consumers. Brands need to now get up and actually talk to those consumers in a language that they understand. And is there a merit in doing that? Before looking at that merit, let's look at what's the difference between English versus vernacular. Is there a profile difference? Do they really belong to rural areas? Okay. First one, which we all can relate to, by POPs data, if we see 45% of language users are coming from top markets. This is metro markets. This is bigger markets. Okay, all put together, local language is 45% consumers are sitting there. Remaining is spread across tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Just to give you a quick example, recently we did a demonetization survey. 6 hours we opened up the survey, and within 6 hours, we got response from 763 cities in India. Massive coverage, all across, okay? So that's the way audience is spread, okay? If we, now interesting comparison, because Daily Hunt is a news app, it's a content consumption application, so we have permission to capture what are the other apps that are sitting on a device that has Daily Hunt application. So we did a comparison, we pulled out some data to see that within shopping, social, or news, the most popular applications, is there a difference between profile of English consumers versus Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada consumers? You'll see marginal up and down somewhere, but more or less, the local language users are mirroring exactly like a mobile phone that anybody sitting here would be carrying. In terms of the kind of apps you use is the kind of apps someone sitting in maybe a Lucknow uses, okay, who's onto our platform. And the point I'm trying to make is there's no difference. It's not that they do not belong to today's world, okay? In terms of connectivity speed, we said 2G, 3G, 4G, Wi-Fi, where are they available? Again, mirrors the same thing. We looked at another thing, which is value of device. What are the kind of mobile phones they're owning? That we can see all across. I mean, today you can see anybody and everybody carrying an iPhone as well. It's not only limited to the elite, okay? So that's also a similar kind of a profile. What is the point I'm trying to make is there is no difference. The difference is I like reading content in a language of choice. Do not consider me as someone who's not worthy of brand advertising. That should not be the criteria, okay? So we have enough coverage across languages, but local language, this is the learning. Even in terms of average session duration spent, it's either at par or more than English language, okay? So they are consumers of today's world. So there is no difference. They're mainstream and they're growing rampant. They're growing very fast. Next time when we meet, possibly the numbers would be lopsided, which is on the other side of number. What works and what doesn't work, okay? In terms of when we put the communication in local language, like Hindi on Hindi or Tamil banners on Tamil, this least CTR increase is 2x. We have seen experiences have shown us as high as 4x to 5x. So we've run a couple of campaigns wherein the landing page, banner, everything was in local language, and we observed 4x returns on that. Even in terms of conversion rates, we ran a campaign recently, it was a 19 to 20% increase in conversion rates. So that's the kind of positives that a brand marketer can gain by talking to a consumer in local language, okay, or language of choice. What works? Native format typically works little better than banner. It depends. I mean, one of the case studies that we have observed more or less native being working better. Native gives something around 1.5x to 2x returns compared to a banner ad, okay? Beyond that, if we compared, we said, let's compare between tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 with regards to CTR. Assumption being people in larger markets could be clicking more, but that's not the case. Across banner, across native, you'll see that tier 2 and tier 3 have a higher CTR. So people are able to consume your communication across markets and respond in the same level or a better level, okay? Typically, with regards to frequency needed, 40 to 50% lesser frequency, hence lesser budgets needed, or double the efficiency, whichever way you want to look at it. Either instead of 150 has to be spent, or 100 spent, 200 worth of a value is coming out of it. Okay? So that's just to sum up. I'm running out of time. I'll not get into detail. Quick case study. Dabur Shilajit, we ran a native campaign in 5 languages. In Tamil, Telugu, we got 5x returns in terms of CTR, okay? So English, we got wonders, but other languages, when communicated, the ROI to our brand was way higher. Another case of idea, we ran campaign across markets, offering different things to different people, depending on the kind of device, the kind of connectivity, and kind of need that they had. And we did a survey. By end of it, purchase intent went up by 7%, and brand recall went up by 14%. So what am I saying? Local language content consumer is large and it's growing. The profile is exactly similar like English. You need to, the brand managers need to now look into this audience, talk to us. We also have a free service where we help you convert your English communication into multiple languages. So I'm just saying there are players in the market who can help you leverage this amazing opportunity. CTR conversion is higher, so your money spent is well worth. Okay, nutshell. Brands need to speak in local language. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rajiv. Thanks a lot.